And as students head back to the classroom, they may notice classes are more crowded because of teacher shortages. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there were 118,000 fewer teachers across the country in May compared to 3 years ago. Really staggering. And districts are making some changes to try and fill those openings and keep teachers in class. Joining us now is Teach for America CEO Elisa Villanueva Beard. Thank you so much for being here. Really looking forward to our conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So we know teachers have been met with a slew of challenges, especially in these last 3 years. What do you believe is the biggest reason so many are leaving the profession now?
So as you say, there was a teacher shortage before COVID, and there remains one. The biggest factor is compensation, but there are also working conditions that keep teachers in the classroom that we really need to hone in on.
So many students are still trying to adjust after disruptions from the pandemic, as you well know. Does this compound those challenges? And if so, how?
Absolutely. So when you look at the levers of what impacts student learning the most, the classroom teacher is the biggest lever. And so this is really a profound problem that we need to hone in on. At Teach for America, we work in inner city America and rural communities that were hit the hardest during COVID, recovering the slowest, and are being impacted most by the teacher shortages. So this is a mandate that's really important for us. And we're excited that we're on track to grow our teacher corps by nearly 40% this next year.
That's wonderful. So how are you doing that? And realistically, what are the solutions? How long might it take to reverse this trend across the nation?
So we need to know that it is in our hands to get into action and start to move this in the right direction. At Teach for America, we focus on recent college graduates and young people early on in their career to inspire them to want to get into the classroom. And so for us, we've done a lot of work learning about this generation, what they need in order to say yes. And we've adapted our own program to meet them exactly where they are. And we are excited about the energy and leadership that they're bringing into classrooms that will have an impact immediately and really for the long term and the workforce.
Oh, that is so wonderful. It's a critical position. There's also this issue of student absenteeism. Does the lack of quality teachers, do you think, contribute to students skipping school in some cases?
100%. We, over the last year, had 15 million children who were chronically absent. And we know that we've got to engage the students. And one of the biggest levers to doing this, there's many systemic issues, but a big lever is the relationship between the teacher and the student. When a student feels they are cared for, have a connection and a strong relationship with their teacher, we actually see that kids show up to school more. And our studies at TFA that study our core members show that not only do they get positive outcomes, they also lower the number of chronic absenteeism they have in their students. So that really is a big lever.
Oh, that is awesome to hear. So I want to sneak this question in. We've got about 40 seconds left. I know that's not enough time to fully delve into this topic, but many school districts are moving now to a 4-day school week to try to retain educators. I like the solutions you presented, but what do you think about that as an answer? Is that good or bad in your view?
In my view, that is a very challenging situation because what students need is they need to be in classrooms 5 days a week. They need excellent teachers and they need to be fully engaged. And so we need to figure out actually how to ensure that we're maximizing every second, and 5 days of the work week are really needed. And plus, it's really difficult for parents to have to manage that when they're going to work every day. So I urge us to stay the course and figure out how do we create innovations and new solutions so that we can be in classrooms with kids every single day.
Well, I certainly hear that. I understand, and I think that's a great answer. Elisa Villanueva Beard, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.